Sprite dope. Yeah. Low squares, man. You already know.
Thank you for taking the time to sit down with But It's Dope. I'm really excited to interview you guys. I've heard some of your music, and I think it's really intriguing and different, from what we hear now on the radio and whatnot. So go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Jay Sprato.
Hey, my name is Mosa.
Okay.
Together we lose squares.
Yeah.
Okay, so first off, I'm really excited about your name. I think it's very unique. So can you go ahead and explain how you guys came up with it and what it means?
Alright, so loose squares, we came up with loose squares actually off a song that we had both made. In the song it was like, get your loose squares, bootlegs, DVDs here. And so my mom and my dad was in the room while we was making the song, and my mom was like,
She was like, I'll wear a shirt that
Right.
said loose squares.
I'll wear a shirt that say loose squares. So we was like, oh man, that's dope. And then my dad was like, you know what? That'd be a dope group name.
Oh yeah?
And then everybody just
Everybody was like, oh, that's cool.
That's it right there. So and then that's how Loose Squares was created. We just started rolling with it, and that was it.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's kind of dope. That's very different. So how did you guys start rapping? Like, how did you come together? How did you decide that this is what you want to do?
So basically, like, I know for myself, I always been like kind of poetic. Like, I've written before, like I did poems or whatever and spoken word. I didn't really get into like rapping until I like got with Jalen. But that's pretty much how I got into rapping. Like, I had heard some of Jay music on his own, and I was like, yo, that's dope. I'm like, you gotta let me get with you. So then I ended up getting in the studio with him, and then we sparked like that, and that's how I got to rapping. But for Jay,
Yeah. So I started rapping. I loved music since a young. You know what I'm saying? Ever since I was little, I used to like perform the old songs for my mama, like on tables. Like when I was 3 years old, I was performing like Michael Jackson and stuff like that. But I really started getting into rap after I like had a whole life change. You know what I'm saying? I was into some mess when I was younger, and like I had a life changing experience that just made me think about life in a different way. And so I was alone in the room for a few months, and just being alone in that room, I just had a notepad, a speaker, and a pen, and I just started writing down music, you know what I'm saying? And it was different from the regular, you know? And when I came back home, I was in Missouri at this time, but when I came back home to Chicago, I had left my notebook like in the bathroom, and my dad had picked it up. He looked through it, and he was like, man, this is dope, you know what I'm saying? And that's just, once he told me I was dope, I just went with it. I'm like, I'm gonna keep rapping, this is what I'm gonna do.
Okay, so who inspires you all? Like, is there any type of inspiration behind how you write, what you speak about? Tell me who you're inspired by.
My parents, society, all of my environment, everything that's going on around me is an inspiration for me. As far as like musical inspirations, I got a lot. Like I don't stick to like one artist.
Okay.
I say Travis Scott is a big influence on me. J. Cole, Kendrick, of course, and then I had to say Damian Martin.
Okay.
And Andre 3000 too. I had to say Andre because that's my dude.
yeah, for me musically, everybody he just named would be in my list too. But my biggest influence is Kendrick Lamar, just because I agree with his topics and how he flow, what he decides to spit. I feel like he the dopest out right now, and I just feel what he doing. So he's a big inspiration on me.
What do you want people to get from your music? Like, What's the message that you're trying to put out, considering everything that is going on in the world, our communities? What is it that you want people to take from every bar, every song lyric?
So we basically like we being like we're conscious, but we also like we basically created this wave like where we're telling the people what they need to hear, but at the same time they can still like, you know,
we just want people to think. When they listen to our music, we just want them to think, like, you know what I'm saying, make them think about it, and why they make them nod their heads to it at the same time. Like, you know, this isn't just conscious music. It's that's I don't want to be labeled as conscious. I just want to be labeled as, you know, a dope artist, a dope music artist. It's not conscious. It's just what I'm putting on songs. You know what I'm saying? It's how I feel, which is what hip hop is based on. Is putting, you know, what you feel onto paper and spitting it out the track.
Like we don't even like on that whole note, we don't even when we write, we don't go in the studio and be like, all right, we about to talk about this specific thing. We just basically go off of how we feeling at the moment, whether it be an event, something that happened to us, or in society, something we heard about, whatever. Like that's how we go about it.
Right.
Okay. Considering your approach to music, now I'm interested to know your opinion about the music that's out today. Some of the new artists, these new waves, the new genres of hip hop now. What do you think about it?
I'll start. I mean, I ain't got no problem with it, man. It's just when you sell your soul, it's a problem for me. So when you making this music, a lot of people say this. I make this music because this is what happens around me. You know what I'm saying? This is, you know, what all I know. But once you start getting paid for you know what I'm saying, corrupting young minds with what you saying in your music, that's when it becomes a problem. Because now you know what you're doing to these kids. And it's you know what I'm saying, I'm not knocking the music, you know what I'm saying, it's dope music. I like the sound, but a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, that they saying I don't agree with.
Okay.
And so that's why we making the change, you know what I'm saying. Yeah.
So you're trying to become like innovators, you know, trying to take it back to real, raw hip hop, real life.
But at the same time, we being trendsetters, and at the same time, we still want to be able to have that voice that the kids could listen to. So it's not like, you know, they're not gonna get bored, because it's like we got that sound, but at the same time, we talking to them for real. So they
like you can bounce to this, you know what I'm saying? It's not just.
And as long as like Jay said, as long as we making them think, then we know we doing our job.
Okay. You all, you recently got a slot on the Coast to Coast Live mixtape, right?
Yeah.
How did that make you feel?
Oh man, that was crazy. I was actually in Miami shooting a video for one of
Man, I was downstairs in the studio, and I heard that, and I went crazy. I was like, man, that ain't nothing but God.
Man, that's all I can say too. I was on the road. I was about to go get on some jet skis, you know what I'm saying, get the water and everything. Yeah, I got a call from my mom like, did you watch it? I'm like, no. She started sending me the videos, and then I looked at the videos. It was like, Blue Squares, first place. I'm like, yo, what? That's like the first video we put out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the very first video that we let the world see. And it won.
What was the name of the video?
Anything You Want.
Okay.
Blue Squares.
Okay. Do you all have a project that you're working on now? You coming out with a mixtape, or are you working on an EP?
You know what? That's a tough question. I want to say we working on the project right now. At this moment, we putting you know single by single, but we got a project coming soon.
Eventually, we will have a whole like a lengthy project coming out.
Okay.
Right now, we're just trying to build our fan base. You know what I'm saying? So everybody know who Blue Squares is when we drop it.
Okay, I see both of you all have on apparel with your name on it.
Yeah, we got a merchandise, you know. You could go shop on Zazzle.com,
Right.
Squares.
Can I have my sister come in here so she can spin around for you?
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Blue Squares on what's the name of the song?
Zazzle.
Zazzle.com.
Yeah, Zazzle.com.
She swags out right now. I don't know if y'all know.
Okay.
You know,
Got the little squares in the front, you know.
you can scan the back and it'll take you to everything.
Yeah.
Our site,
You can scan the
our
back.
SoundCloud, our YouTube, our pages, everything.
Yeah.
Okay, I can dig that.
It's a movement.
At this time, can you all tell everybody where they can find you on social media, all your social media handles?
You could follow me at thatboy_Musa on Twitter, and then on Instagram it's _it's Musa with a Z. It's with a Z and then Musa. USA.
So, and on Twitter, it's at J Sprado Music, JASPRADO Music, and then on Instagram it's J.Sprado, same spelling. And together on Instagram we loose.squares. No change in the spelling, it's just loose.squares. And then Twitter, I think it's. Do we have a Twitter?
It's _loose squares.
_loose squares. Alright, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be on Instagram a lot with that stuff.
Okay, I like to ask everybody that I interview, everybody that I talk to, what makes you dope?
Be ourselves.
Being us.
Be ourselves. A lot of people now, they choose to either ride other people's waves or they just try to, everybody want to fit in, but we want to fit out,
We don't even want to fit out, we just ourselves.
I mean, yeah,
wherever we stand, that's just where it's
at.
at. You know what I'm saying?
That's what make us dope. And I mean, either the people gonna love it or hate it.
Okay. Okay. I really appreciate you sitting down with But It's Dope. I'm looking forward to your new project. So I wish you both much success, huge success. I'm definitely a fan. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, wait, hold on. It was cool coming here, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you for having us.
This is dope. You know what I'm saying?
No problem.
You got the first Loose Square interview.
I got the scoop.
Right, she got the scoop. You're the only one that can say that. Once we blow up, you know what I'm saying? So.
Thank you, I appreciate that. You guys are definitely
Thank you.
Found a way out. Yeah. Hey, they just get my face, tryna pin the case. Want me in that cage. Yeah.